The expectations are very high this quarter for Alibaba. The core commerce, as you mentioned there, is one of the key areas, accounts for about 80% of revenues, and the market here is expecting 63% growth year on year this quarter. There are other bright key areas that the market's looking for here. One of those is cloud computing. This is an emerging area for Alibaba. It only counts for about 7% of revenues at the moment, but they saw growth of over 100% in the fiscal year to March, and that's another big area that Alibaba's been focusing on, expanding, and a key future growth driver for the company. And finally, I think the big thing the market's going to be watching for is the margin story here, because we saw margins dip in the last quarterly earnings, and that was really because Alibaba's been investing extremely heavily in its own products, but also in other companies. It recently acquired a company called LME, a food delivery company that's valued at about $9.5 billion. And it'll be interesting to see whether the market gives Alibaba that kind of leeway to invest like it does with Amazon, like it does with some of these other large technology companies, because that is what Alibaba sees its future in, from everything from bricks and mortar retail to food delivery, and obviously its core online commerce product too.
I was reading some commentary from Morgan Stanley about Alibaba, and one of the comments jumped out about their long-term potential as the new retail ecosystem matures. So they're talking about online maturing already in China, which is just extraordinary because it still feels like we're in the early days of it in developed markets.
It's phenomenal because I was in China just a few weeks ago, and it's completely different over there. We're just scratching the surface over here in Europe, in the US. Everything was on demand. One of our colleagues over in China ordered some tea via WeChat, Tencent's messaging app, and it just turned up in about 10 minutes. And it's completely different. That whole ecosystem of online is, to an extent, maturing. It's very different to where it is here, and that's why you're seeing Alibaba invest in new areas like cloud, but also bricks and mortar. That's becoming a very important part of the Chinese retail story now as well.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now, to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.